Welcome back, all of you up-and-coming rock stars. Basic training here. Today, we're getting into the F chord. We've already showed you in the key of A145. You've learned A major, D major, E major, the dominant versions, and minor. Last lesson, we did the C chord in major, C7, and C minor. Today, we're going to still skip the B, and we're going to finish up with F, G, and then we'll go back to the B. Because the B is not really something you play open in the open position. And we're still talking about playing chords in the open position, sometimes hitting all the strings, sometimes not. We're not going to get into the bar chords right now, but the F major is similar, what we're going to show you, as to when you play it with all 6 strings, and it's considered a bar chord. But today, we're going to show you 4 notes to get the F, and you're going to actually be playing the F twice. Because here, at the in the first 3 frets, you have an F here on your E string, and that's first fret. And then on the 3rd fret, on your 3rd string, on your D string, you have another F, and then you have an F here on your high E. Remember the high E and the low E? Same all the way up chromatically, and we did show you the chromatic scale on every single string. So we're hoping that you're learning every single note that is on the fretboard. It will only help you as you keep advancing. So to get the F chord, we're going to go to the 3rd string from the top, the D string, 3rd fret. We're going to press down on the F. I'm using my ring finger. And then we need to get the A on the 4th string or the G string with your middle finger. And then we're going to get the C, which is on the 5th fret. I'm sorry, the 1st fret with the 5th string, or your B string. And that really will play you the F major. But we're going to actually put down another F here on your E string, 1st fret. So you're going to have a high E sound and kind of a low E sound also. And that's your F major. Remember, you don't need to hit all 6 strings on a lot of chords. We'll get into that more and more. When you do bar chords, which are the bar chord that go up at the neck, you're always pretty much going to hit all the strings if you want to really, power and a real full sound. Definitely there's parts of the bar chord that you can play, just a few strings also, but that's getting into intermediate and advanced. So you got your F, and the F chord only has one change as far as one accidental, you could call it, that is B flat, okay? And we're not going to need to get into that right now, but we do want to get into getting to the F dominant 7th chord, okay? So what do we need to do that? Well, that 7th note, what is the 7th note if we're talking about F? I think you could figure it out, because remember, we're doing an alphabet. We're doing F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and E happens to be that 7th note of that scale. So we have to take that down a half a step, okay, to E flat. Well, you have an E flat right here, okay? So instead of keeping that F here on your 3rd string from the top, D string, you're going to play that with your first finger now. This is E flat, okay? You're going to keep the other two notes that we talked about before, the A and the C and the high F. But now that you have the E flat in there, it's one way to play F7. Many other ways, we're going to get into that. It's actually an E flat right here, and we're going to get into bar chords and how you do play an F7 with the bar chord down here. But for now, just trying to get open positions, 4 strings, the bottom 4 strings, that gives you your F7. You don't want to hit the top 2 strings, it won't sound like an F7, okay? And the minor is actually very, very easy. You go back to your F major that we just talked about, and the only change is that, remember, you got F, G, A, 1, 2, 3. To get to a minor, you have to reduce by half a step that third to make it minor, okay? So the third is the A. We have an A here. So we're just going to move that A down to A flat, which is that first fret, 4th string from the top, and that changes that chord from a major, just lifting up that finger. Your first finger is now playing all 3 strings here on the first fret, and here you go. Very different than the major, huh? Major, minor, 7. I hope you're getting a lot out of my lessons, and we're going to see you tomorrow with the G chord and different variations. I'll see you soon. Make sure you subscribe, at Steve Topel 9783. See you next time. Keep rocking.